guys, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Michael and this is Mike with Fashion Tutorial. Please, if you're just joining this channel for the very first time, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Okay, this channel is a channel that teaches fashion, okay, everything you need to know about fashion designing, and we are also here to debunk a lot of fashion errors, okay, in the industry. Okay, this time around, we started working on a series which has to do with dart manipulations, and we have been able to manipulate our ways that actually we are working with a one dart series for now. Okay, we'll be working on the 2 dart series very soon, but for the 1 dart series, please, if you have not seen those videos, please there's a link at the description box below. Please click on those links and you will get more information on what we have done so far on this dart manipulation. So we have been able to transfer darts from the waist to the having a French dart, having a side dart, having a mid armhole dart, having the shoulder tip darts. So today we are actually going to continue with that same vein. Okay, we're going to be transferring our waist darts to our mid shoulder. Okay, so before we continue, please, we'll go on a short break. Please stay glued to your sets, don't leave the dial. We'll be back. Hey guys, we are back. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, on the table I have here with me a bodice pattern, a front bodice pattern. Okay, so that's what we're working on right now, on the front bodice pattern. Please, if you don't know how I drafted this bodice, please, also I have videos on that, on how to draft a bodice, okay, a basic bodice. Okay, so right now I've been able to trace this pattern into another paper right now. So this is a duplicate paper I have right now. So observing my pattern very well, what I do is, first things first, you know, I said we're going to be transferring our darts from the apex, or from the waist dart. We're going to be transferring it to the mid shoulder. Okay, so first things first, what do I do first? First and foremost, I pick up my tape and I measure my shoulder, and what I have in my shoulder is about 4.75. so the middle point of that is about 4.375. okay, so I'll just take a ruler and connect this line, connect a line from this mid shoulder to the apex. Okay, connect a line from the mid shoulder to the apex. Okay, having done that, I will now use my scissors. Please, if you have not seen other videos I've done on that manipulation, please go check out my videos. Actually, on each video I try to teach 2 techniques on that manipulation. I teach slash spread technique and a pivotal transfer technique. So this technique I'm using right now is going to be the slash spread technique first. Then I will also do a pivotal transfer technique on this. So right now I'm just going to pick up my scissors and I will slash through this line to the apex. Okay, not through the apex but to the apex, or our bust point. Having done that, I'll just pick up my tape. I'll close this. Okay, I'll close this up. Remember, in that manipulation, when a door closes, another one opens. That's the case of that manipulation. As I've closed that, this has opened already. So I'm just going to tape this down to let this stay in place. Okay. Okay, it's off already, but however we can still tape. I like to do this gradually, so it just stays. Okay. Okay, I'll just be all right. So this time around, what I do is I just put a paper under this and I tape also. Okay, is quite very long. All right, having done that, I'm just going to draw my dart legs again, just for demonstrative purposes. Okay, now this time around, this is how we are going to be treeing the darts. We are going to be treeing the darts towards the center front. We'll be treeing the darts towards the center front, okay, this way. Okay, please don't always forget that this apex has to arc, okay, it has to arc, it has to form a mound to look like the bust, okay. So I'll just use my tracing wheel and trace. Normally when I sew this dart, I wouldn't want to leave it, you know, to avoid some form of bulkiness after sewing. So like what I do is it's advisable that you trim at least to half an inch. You trim the dart after sewing to half an inch, so you reduce the bulk you have there. Okay, one last thing I'll be doing is I'll be bringing my dart down by 1 inch, okay, in order to release fullness, and also so you don't have that pointy look when you sew on the bust. You don't have that pointy look. Okay, so this is now going to be my dart. This is actually my dart line right now. So this one below is my dart line. This is my bust point, and this is my dart point. So you are sewing from the dart point. Okay, so the last thing I'll do in this is just to trim off the excesses I have. Just to trim off the excesses I have on the pattern. Okay, so the dart has been successfully transferred, okay, through the slash spread method or the slash spread technique. So the next technique I want to use to achieve this is the pivotal transfer technique, and that's what I'll be doing right now. Okay, let's get started. All right, guys, we're going to work on the pivotal transfer technique. Okay, right now I have my pattern here, and what I've done with my pattern is I've been able to label my pattern. You can see on this leg of this dart I have A here, and I labeled this side B. So remember, we are working on the middle. We are working on the middle shoulder of the pattern. We're transferring our dart to the mid shoulder of the pattern. So I'll just measure this up. So half of that is going to be 2.3. Okay, 238. All right. Okay. So that's my midpoint. Actually, this is my midpoint. So I've been able to mark my midpoints. Okay, oh, I didn't pin this first. Okay, let me pin this down. Let me pin this down. So I'll be pinning my push pin down to hold my pattern in place, okay? Having pinned that, okay, so I'm going to be labeling this place, this is my midpoint, as C, okay? So after labeling that, I'll just put a dot here, you know, indicating my bust point. Then from this A, I'm going to be tracing this pattern. I'll be tracing this pattern to the point C. I'll be tracing this pattern to the point C. Okay, tracing the pattern to point C. Okay, I'm at point C right now. So I haven't gotten to point C, I have to stop at point C. Then I'll come back here. Then this point B, I will take it back to point A. Okay, I'm going to be taking this point B. I'm going to pivot to point A this way. Okay, so after doing that, I will just trace the pattern, continue tracing the other side of the pattern. Okay, I'll trace the other side of the pattern. Okay, going ahead, I have to stop at C, this point C also. Getting to C, I stop here. Okay, after stopping there, I remove my push pin and my pattern. Then a ruler, I'll just take the line to the boss point, that line to the boss point, that line to the boss point. Okay, just like I did in the first one, you threw your dart towards the center front. Okay, you threw your dart to the center front, and however you're coming down by 1 inch, you know, 1 inch, you're not sewing, you won't be sewing from the apex or the boss point. You have to come down to release fullness, and also the boss can come out round, having this mount rather than a pointy look, which can affect the fit of the garments. Okay, so I'll just throw that. And so right now, guys, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to trace this out. I'm going to cut this into a calico. I'm going to sew, and we're going to see the results. Okay, all right, guys, we have been able to cut this in calico, and this is what we have. Voila, this is what we have. Okay, so our dart has been successfully been transferred from the waist. It has been brought to the mid shoulder. Okay, so it's at the mid shoulder right now. Now, if you have actually, or if you want to do this, one thing I want you to observe is that the dart, as you sew it, is going to be big, it's going to be bulky. So actually trim this, okay, into having half an inch, because if it's too much, it might affect the shape or the fit of the garment. So actually trim that, and that's what we have, you know, this on our garments. Now, you know, ever since, the only the manipulation I've been doing most times has been just from the waist to wherever I take it to. However, I want you to know that the dart doesn't have to just be at the waist. It could be anywhere and taken to any other place, you understand? But for the purpose of demonstration, I've just been transferring from the waist to any direction I want it to go. Okay, so at this moment, I think we've come to the end of this tutorial. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel till I come your way again. Okay, please don't forget to like, I beg, share, and subscribe to my channel, and please click on that notification bell so that we can send you can get notifications when we post new videos online. Okay, do have a nice time. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.